Unfortunately, I've come across many cases over the years where there was a drunk driver involved. I was a former prosecutor working for Janet Reno in the DUI Traffic Homicide Division, and I've definitely seen my share of drunk drivers in South Florida. So, how is your personal injury case affected by a drunk driver being involved on the other side or causing your accident? So that's important for you to understand. Insurance companies will provide coverage for their drivers who cause an accident. But what they will not do is they will not afford their driver insurance coverage for something called punitive damages. And in Florida, if you're injured and you could prove that the other driver was impaired by alcohol or drugs and that impairment caused the accident or substantially contributed to the accident, then not only are you entitled to bring a claim for the money damages from their insurance company that you would always be entitled to, whether they were drunk or not, you'd still always be entitled to make a claim for your past lost wages, for your past medical bills, your future lost wages, maybe if you're injured and can't work in the future, or future medical expenses if you need ongoing care. Those things you'd be entitled to recover as long as you could prove it was the other driver's fault. But if they were impaired by alcohol on top of that, in addition to all of that, you can ask for additional money for punitive or punishment. That punishment money does not come from an insurance company. It only comes directly from the individual. So that makes them a very different animal than a regular personal injury case. Because when you're negotiating with the insurance company to settle a case and you know that their driver was drunk, that insurance company has even more motivation to get a release for their insured, to protect their insured from you coming after them for punitive damages. So they may end up offering more money in a settlement to you when their driver was drunk than they would have otherwise, even if the injuries were identical. So there are a lot of interrelationships between the fact that somebody was drunk and the rest of the case. And a lawyer needs to be well versed on how that might motivate an insurance company to either make you a more reasonable settlement offer, or in some cases, if the party that was impaired had significant assets, you may not want to settle with the insurance company for whatever they offer you. You may want to sue the other driver and go after their personal assets. It doesn't happen that often, but millionaires cause accidents in expensive cars too. They usually have enough insurance coverage, but a punitive damage claim is something that they would be out of pocket for, and you want to use that to your advantage. And all of that, by the way, is completely separate from whether they get punished or not for actually being drunk. That's a criminal matter, in addition to what I just talked about, that would be handled by the state attorney's office, and they could end up going to jail. But the part of the case I would be involved in is just dealing with money damages. So if you need some help with a case involving a drunk driver, call me. And if you see some value here, subscribe to my page and click the like button below. Thank you.